How to attend your first opera. Attending an opera can be a wonderful way to spend an evening. The costumes, drama, and music can transport you to another time and place. Opera can be overwhelming, however, for those who have never attended one. Expensive ticket prices, coupled with singing in a foreign language, sometimes deter people from experiencing this dramatic art form. With some preparation, however, attending your first opera can be an enjoyable, rich experience. Method 1. Preparing for your first opera. 1. Call your local opera company. Opera houses are always looking to broaden and increase their audiences. They are a good resource for those new to the art form. They can give you advice on operas in their current season that would appeal to a new attendee. Be sure to ask whether there are discounts for matinees or dress rehearsals. Local opera companies may also offer tours or informational talks for those new to the opera. Some opera companies have clubs for younger attendees, those under 40 are often considered young, that offer discounts and social events. 2. Learn some opera vocabulary. Like any art form, opera has its own unique vocabulary. By learning a few of these terms, you will be more familiar with what to expect. An aria is a solo song that occurs during a pause in the action and expresses a character's current situation or emotions. The lyrics, or textual basis, of the performance are the libretto, which translates to little book. There are genres that feature spoken dialogue as well as singing, including the operetta. These are usually more comedic than traditional operas. Terms such as baritone, bass, soprano, and tenor are used to describe the types of voices of the opera singers. 3. Choose a good starting opera. Some operas are more approachable or accessible than others. By selecting a relatively short production with some familiar music, you will likely have a better experience. Familiar, well-known titles such as La Bohème, by Puccini, Carmen, by Bizet, or La Traviata, by Verdi, are good choices for those new to the genre. Operas by Mozart, including The Marriage of Figaro or The Magic Flute, are also good choices for a first opera. An English-language opera like Porgy and Bess, by Gershwin, may appeal to you if you're intimidated by the foreign languages used in other productions. Decide whether you're more interested in attending a comic opera, also known as an opera buffer, such as The Barber of Seville, or a serious one, an opera seria, like Carmen. 4. Buy your tickets. Many popular operas sell out quickly, so it's a good idea to purchase your tickets well in advance. It is not necessary to splurge on the most expensive seats for your first opera. The inexpensive seats up high in the opera house will still have good acoustics, because opera houses are designed to accommodate large audiences. You can use opera glasses, similar to binoculars, to view the performers if your seat is at a distance. Look for discounted tickets. The Metropolitan Opera in New York City, for instance, offers a limited number of $25 tickets daily on their website. 5. Learn about the opera you will attend. The more you know about the story ahead of time, the more you will appreciate the production. Ask whether your local opera company offers information or workshops on upcoming productions. Buy a CD of excerpts or highlights from the opera that you will be seeing, and familiarize yourself with it ahead of time. You can also download the music from iTunes or watch videos on YouTube. You can also ask the opera house to send you a program in advance of the performance or ask if they post a synopsis online. Programs guide you through the plot and familiarize you with the characters. 6. Sleep well the night before an opera. You want to be fully awake to maximize your enjoyment of the production. Because you will be experiencing something unfamiliar to you, and you will probably be reading the supertitles throughout, opera takes more mental energy to fully appreciate. Most operas last about 3 hours, which is longer than you're used to watching movies. Method 2. Enjoying the performance. 1. Eat before you go. Many operas are approximately 3 hours long. You don't want to ruin your experience by having your stomach growl throughout. 2. Dress appropriately. Although an evening at the opera is a special event, you do not need to wear tuxedos or fine furs to fit in with the audience. Unless it is opening night or a gala, many people wear cocktail dresses or suits to performances. More casual attire, such as dresses or sport jackets, are often worn to matinees. Many opera houses request that you not overdo it on cologne or perfume, so that performers and other guests are not affected by it. 3. Arrive early for the performance. Your evening will be much more enjoyable if you are not rushing to enter before the curtain rises. Be sure to have a location in mind for parking, or take public transportation if available. Doors at most opera houses open 45 minutes to an hour before curtain time. By arriving early, you can explore grandeur of the setting, as most opera houses are extremely ornate. You may also be able to pre-order your drinks for intermission, thus avoiding long lines. If you did not bring opera glasses, you may be able to rent them at your venue before the opera begins. Check to see whether your opera house offers tours or talks before the performance, such as at the San Francisco Opera. If you arrive after the performance has started, you will not be allowed to enter the theater until a break in the action or until after the first act. 4. Obtain a program. If you did not receive one prior to the performance, buy a program to give you a synopsis of the opera you are about to see. The program will also feature the performers of the opera and give you more information about the production. 5. Respect general etiquette rules. The opera is an acoustic event, meaning that no microphones aid the performance. Thus, it is extremely important to remain as quiet as possible during the opera. Turn off cell phones or pagers before the performance. Refrain from opening candy or gum wrappers. Do not talk during the performance. 6. Get ready to read. Nearly all major opera companies in the United States use supertitles, which project the line-by-line translation above the stage so you can follow along. The supertitles will help you understand the performance in real time. Don't worry about reading every supertitle. The emotions that drive the plot are apparent in the music. 7. Enjoy intermission. Because operas are lengthy, they feature at least one intermission per production, typically 20 to 25 minutes long. This is a good time to stretch your legs or use the restroom facilities. You can also enjoy a drink or light snack at most venues. Chimes often sound before the performance begins again to warn you that intermission is almost finished. 8. Applaud enthusiastically. The vocalists, musicians, and set designers put a lot of work into staging an opera production. Let them know their hard work is appreciated. It is common to clap at the end of significant arias and at the final curtain call. Feel free to yell "Bravo" for male performers and "Brava" for female performers. Alternately, you can yell "Bravi" for everyone. 9. Check before bringing the kids. While it may be fun to include your children in your opera outing, it may not be wise depending on several factors. Because of adult themes, some operas are not suitable for children. You should inquire with the opera house to see whether the production is recommended for children before buying their ticket. Some opera companies, such as the Dallas Opera, recommend that children younger than 6 do not attend their main performances. Check about any age policies as well.